Set Mahogany here. So I woke up this morning and I really was craving something savory, something homey and really good, something like really umami filled. I was really craving fried chicken and baked macaroni. So I was thinking of making fried mushrooms, but I realized that is a lot. So I think I'm just gonna hone in on one. I'm just gonna show you guys how I make my baked macaroni. I'm not using consistent pastas. I have penne right here, and then I have fusilini. I believe that's how you say it. And then for the cheese, I am using white cheddar, mozzarella, and provolone. I usually would use Gouda, but I'm using what I have in the refrigerator right now. And I feel like these three, you can make macaroni taste as good as you want. Like it really doesn't matter the cheese, as long as you have melting cheese and not flavored cheese, because there's a difference between the two. It's really gonna piss you off if you try to make a roux with just mozzarella. Like, you just ruin the whole thing. At least that was the case for me. All right, I have my handy dandy glasses on, and I'm gonna talk to you guys while I cook. Let's get my cutting board. The very first thing is my cutting board. When I tell you macaroni is my favorite, macaroni is my favorite, macaroni is my favorite. I have the cheeses here. I have my garlic, and I'm gonna be using about 4 cloves of this because I like my macaroni to be really garlicky. When it comes to macaroni, I don't really like elbow macaroni. I will do the whatever it's called, the one that's spiral. I like that, but I like this because it's like, there's just, the texture is just really good. You see how I turn it backwards? Every time I cook, I'm gonna point this out. You see how I turn it backwards when I want to move the food? It is my biggest pet peeve. And pause the music. It is my biggest pet peeve when I see people gliding the knife on the sharp side on the cutting board. Cut it out, because that's how you dull it out. I learned that in middle school. That always stuck with me. So if you see this and you're the type that glides your food like that, cut it out or I'll fight you. So this is what it looks like. Of course, this is the garlic. We have the cheddar, and then we have the provolone right here. And then after all that melts, actually, this is gonna be really good because I just realized this has like, all right, let's put the pasta inside. Ever read that book, Growth versus Fixed by Carol something? I'll put it up here. Okay, so let me be honest, and I'm just talking to you while the water boils. Like, I used to be able to manifest like this. I swear, I used to be able to manifest like this. And I was surrounded by nothing but closed-minded people. But for whatever reason, I just feel like it's not the same. Like, and I realized after a year of being around certain people, whether it makes sense or not, because I don't owe anybody an explanation. I don't owe myself an explanation. If my gut doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. It's not about who's in the wrong. I'm going for what my gut is telling me. I feel like the people I've been around, step away from them because we have different mindsets, and then I'll be able to actually, like, being around certain people, I felt like my energy was just being taken. It was kind of like, you ever be around someone who you don't actually really like, and their personality is kind of a lot, and they kind of demand you to like feed their energy? I don't like that. And then when I would try to pull away, it would be such a fight. And then they're the type of person that doesn't take accountability ever, like ever. They're the kind that knows they're wrong. They are fully aware, but they will just, narcissist, I guess. They're like a really nice narcissist. Aggravating. So now I just fully stay away. And I think that's why God is telling me to be my own friend. Like, I literally had a deep conversation with me and God, and just listening to my gut, like, not moving out of fear, not doing something simply because the world says it has to be that way. Not doing something simply because I'm scared that I'm not gonna have something, coming from a lack mindset. Instead, I'm listening to God. And then I opened up a scripture. I forgot what I read, but it was something about somebody and not having fear. I know Isaiah 4:3 something, and then there was another one. Right, so I'm gonna stir the pasta and we're gonna come back. I know this pasta is done. I wonder if this pasta is done. I'm so chic, look at me. Let me just practice my angles. All right. So I have my pasta put away. Not put away, but put in a different pot or pan, actually. It's a bowl. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have the butter in the milk. Butter. Olive oil. The heat halfway. It's not like thick or anything, but you can keep stirring until it gets thick. You definitely can. Now I'm gonna add hot sauce. That is my secret ingredient. This pot is spinning in about that much, maybe like 3 squirts. Gives it color and flavor, most importantly flavor. And I'm going to add nutritional yeast. That's what it looks like. Looks like fish food. I'm gonna add a good amount in there. Mix adds a little bit of color too, in my opinion. So this is what it looks like. Okay. There we go. And now we mix. I added the pasta to it, and now I'm just gonna mix everything in. Splash of milk, because I don't want this to be too dry. Because I see it's like this, and this is how I like it. Like really stringy, really. I wasn't recording when I poured it in, unfortunately, but this is what it looks like. And now we're going to add the breadcrumbs. I'm making sure to get the edges, because I want the edges to definitely have. While that cooks, I'm going to show you guys how I make my limeade with lemon juice, lime juice, honey, and cinnamon. This is my favorite. When I first decided to go plant-based and I didn't want to get too many store-bought stuff because of chemicals, I wanted juice, but then I remembered what's tangy that I can drink, because I was obsessed with making my oat milk drink. Tasted like a milkshake, still good. But then I remembered I have lemon juice and honey. Let me make lemonade. And then one day I added lime to it and I was like, this tastes so unique. Let me just do it. So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys how I make it.